Hello, hello.
Hi.
How are you? Hi, how are you, my
I'm okay.
son?
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Okay, good,
Looking
good.
nice.
I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
I think I need to get my beret.
Yes, yes.
I need to get my beret. Very
Oh,
important.
yeah. Now, yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Representing.
Yeah. I'm
Hi,
representing the red family now.
everyone.
Hi guys.
Hi, guys. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Today you are in charge, boss. My son, you are in charge today.
Yeah. Guys, good evening. This is 2035 Zambian time. Thank you so much for following us. Thank you so much for those that have been following the page. By the way, this month we'll be hitting 100,000 followers. Guys, it is going to be so exciting. I wish we can even throw up a party for those that have been following.
We're going to throw online party. We're going to throw online party, yes.
Yes. Otherwise, hope you all of us have been well. So what you do, just comment below. Let us know where you are watching us from. We'll be reading your comments, your contributions. It's going to be exciting. We are not preaching, we are having a discussion, a political discussion. So please just comment below. Let us know where you're watching us from. Okay. Share your comments below. Comment below so that we can read your comments. Okay. It's always exciting that we get feedback. When we are talking, we know that you are watching us. If the sound is clear, you can also just comment below to say it's clear. I'm following you from this place, from that place. It's going to help us, and it's going to be nice and exciting. Is it not so, Madam Pomi?
Yes. So tell us where you're watching us from, and also share with your friends and family. This is very important topics today. We are talking about treason, the Zambian constitution, and we are also talking about ECZ. We are talking about the warning of Inspector General of the police. Yeah, so we have very important topics, guys, and we want you to join in and let's discuss the future of our country. So let's just share, and let's get
begin to share. Yeah, begin to share now. Share this live broadcast, because what we want to speak now, it's very important, and somebody out there has to get the message. Okay, what we want to speak, what we want to discuss is something very important. There are people that have to get this. This is very important. So quickly, without wasting much of our time, we'll get into what made the headlines in the previous days. Very much important. But please, if there's something that you want us to discuss on this live broadcast, you can also comment below. Let us know where you are watching us from. Comment below on something that you feel is important that we can also address, because Madam Pumi will be reading through some of your comments so that we can move together. I can see some of the comments you have already started commenting, which is very much exciting.
Okay, yes. So to get started, I think we can just read from the Zambian Constitution. You know what the Constitution says about the standing of a presidential candidate. And you can continue. Let me just pull the Constitution up.
Okay, so as she's putting the Constitution up, I want to say that in yesterday and the other day, the nation was so much shocked because the Constitutional Court, the highest decision, the decision-making body, the highest court in the country, ruled in favor of President Edgar Chagwa, that President Edgar Chagwa qualifies to stand for third term. Further, we saw that the ECZ, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, omitted something very important on the affidavit form. On the affidavit form, what might also be called the application form for somebody to stand as a president. There's a form. The presidents, when they want to stand as presidents, there's a form that they fill in, and that form is the affidavit form, which is provided by ECZ. Now that form, ECZ does not just come up with that form ad hoc or randomly. They come up with that form following the constitutional requirements for somebody to stand as a president. So for one to stand as a president, there are requirements that are written in the constitution of Zambia. And it is those guidelines, it is those requirements that the ECZ, they followed and came up with an affidavit form. And that affidavit form is guided by the constitution. And that is how it has been all these years that people have been contesting as president. Now, something unusual happened this year, because this form has been doctored, it has been tampered with. Okay, this document has been tampered with because there's a certain clause that has been removed from the affidavit form, and that is what we want to discuss vis-a-vis the issue of the Constitutional Court ruling that President Edgar Chagwa qualifies to stand in reference to referring to the Danipure case. So maybe you can take it up from there.
Okay, let me just share the screen here. I'm going to share the screen so that we can all see it. Can you see that? Can you see the extract of the Constitution? Matomola.
Yes, I can see it. Maybe the people able to see the screen. Can we have a feedback? Are you able to see the extract of the Constitution? Those that are following us live on Facebook, are you able to see the extract? If you are able to see the document, just comment below. Let us know if you're able to see the document. Is there a feedback?
Okay, no feedback. So I'm just going to read. If you can't see the extract, Article 106, tenure of office of president and vacancy. Article 106, number 3. That's the Zambian Constitution. Point number 3, a person who has twice held office as president is not eligible for election as president. So the key word here is twice held office. So take it from there.
Okay.
So we have
people now as
what is on the page. So the screen that was shown where the extract of the Constitution was shown on the screen, it is visible. People are able to read. So you can rewind the screen there,
the
so that
share.
people
Okay.
see it again.
Okay.
Yes. So you can share the screen again.
Okay, I'm sharing. I'll leave it up.
So you can read it again.
So it says Article 106 of the Zambian Constitution, tenure of office of president and vacancy. Number 3. Point number 3, a person who has twice held office as president is not eligible for election as president. So the key word here is held the office twice over here. So this is a public document, guys. You can all log into your internet and just type in Zambian Constitution, and then you can do a control find or control F, and then just type in election or held office, and then you can quickly come here. Otherwise, it's on page 62 of the Zambian Constitution. So that's it. You can continue, Motomola. Honorable.
Yes, yes. So what we are now saying is that maybe I can have the screen showing, the image showing. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So what we are saying there is that the contention of whether President Edgar Chagwa Lungu qualifies to stand for third term or not is based on whether he has held office twice or not. That is where the issue is. The constitution is very much clear. Now, President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, in 2015, he was sworn in as president because there was a by-election that was caused. The late President Michael Sata died, and there was a by-election, and that was an election where he was sworn in and he held office as a president of the Republic of Zambia. That was 2015. In 2016, President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, he contested the general elections of 2016 and he held office again. He was sworn in as the president of the Republic of Zambia. Now that is twice, okay? And the constitution here is very clear. It says that if you cannot stand, you cannot qualify to stand as the head of state, as the president, if you have held office twice. So if President Edgar Chagwa Lungu is going to hold office again in 2021, that will be holding office for the third time. Okay. That is why we tend to believe that the Constitutional Court judges have been compromised by President Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Why? Because the judiciary shall not be and will never be independent if the one who appoints the Constitutional Court judges is the president. Few days ago, we saw that the President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, he changed judges and appointed new judges to serve at the Constitutional Court. Okay. That is why the decision by the Constitutional Court still begs many questions. Okay, but we cannot do anything because the Constitutional Court is the highest court of the highest court in terms of judgment and decision making. That is why I agree with John Sangwa, who says that this decision will be taken to the people because the people are the ones who wrote the constitution. We cannot allow this constitution to be raped because as we talk right now, this constitution has been violated. And any person who violates the constitution has committed an offense. It's a treasonable offense. Okay, including the ECZ, what they have done now is that they have committed a very huge treason. Because this requirement that says that you must not hold office, can I have my image to show Madam Pumoro?
Is it showing?
Not yet. So the requirement in the constitution that says that you must not hold office twice. The ECZ, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, they removed this on the affidavit form. They removed that provision on the affidavit form, which simply means that President Edgar Chagwa Lungu will not be held liable. He will not commit himself or speak the truth or speak under oath that he has held office for twice because there is no such a provision. Maybe you can add more on what I'm speaking.
Okay, yes. So let me just, they say they cannot read it, so let me make it bigger. So there it is, number 3. Can you see it now, guys?
You can zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, so there it is, number 3.
Again, you can zoom in a little bit. Yes, now narrow it a little bit. Center it.
Yes. So number 3. Is that okay now? Okay, there it is, number 3. So this is what we are talking about, guys. This is the Constitution. This is what the Constitution says, that a person who has held the office twice as president is not eligible for election. It's very clear. Now, I want to mention two things. The Constitution is the highest law of the land. So in every country, the Constitution is the highest law of the land. And in my opinion, I'm not a lawyer, but from my general knowledge, even those judges that were appointed, they are supposed to operate under the Constitution. So the Zambian Constitution is like the umbrella. So the Zambian Constitution is the umbrella which holds all the laws, and every judge who's appointed must operate under the confines of the Constitution. So that's why we are here, guys, to discuss with you guys and to educate you guys if you are not aware that what they are committing is a crime. It is criminal, it is treason, it is called treason. If those judges go ahead and pass the law in favor, approving the third term, they are also committing treason as far as I'm concerned, because no one is above the law and the Constitution is the highest law of the land. So guys, these guys, whatever they are doing, it's a crime. Starting from ECZ, starting from those lawyers who were handpicked by the actual president himself, they cannot rule against him. So all of them, they are committing a crime, and the crime is treason. Now, what is the definition of treason? What is the definition of treason? So let me bring up the definition of treason, because we have to be talking facts. Here, we are not talking about what we think or our ideas or our opinions. Here, we are examining the laws, what it says, and the law is, you can see clearly there, a person who has held the office twice does not qualify, and that is the Constitution, and the Constitution is the highest law of the land. So everyone falls under guidance of the Constitution, including ECZ, the president himself, and all the judges who were appointed to review his case. They are supposed to operate upon the confines of this Constitution. Now, I'm going to pull up the definition of treason. I don't want to say anything. I'm just going to read stuff because I don't want you to think I'm making up stuff. So what is the definition of treason? So I'm just pulling it up here and I'm going to read it to you.
You can zoom it again.
Okay, can you see the treason?
You can zoom the again. Yes, again. You can zoom a little bit. Again, just the last one. Okay, now center it.
Okay, let me move it. So I think it's been too big.
Okay, yeah, just there. You can just center it again. Yes.
So you can see, guys, what is treason? The meaning of treason is a crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrowing the government. So in this case, they are betraying our country by overthrowing our Constitution. They are betraying our country by means of manipulating documents, by means of enabling someone who's not qualified to run as president. They are enabling that person by manipulating document number one, and number two, by ruling in favor of his candidature when they know in black and white that is not qualified. So this is a criminal act. It's a crime called treason. Now, as we know, things are difficult, it's a very, what word can I use? It's very sensitive. I read an article yesterday from Honorable Kafueta. He said that in the case where this crime is committed by ECZ together with the candidates and the judges who approved that, the Zambia police is supposed to move in and arrest those people, the suspects of treason. So if this country were to operate normally, Zambia police should move in and arrest those suspects for treason, which is the ECZ or the senior officials at ECZ who manipulated that document, or the clergies, whoever, the typist, the person who was working on that document is supposed to be arrested, because that is wrong. It's manipulation. These people, they are employees of the government of the Republic of Zambia. They are sworn under oath to protect the constitution. So the allegiance of these officials, all these government officials, including judges and ECZ officials, their allegiance is to the Zambian constitution, is not to any candidate at whatever point in time. So guys, we are living in sensitive times. We know that the police is compromised. We have seen a lot of cadres in PF uniforms, and it's also public information that the Zambian government has hired over 5,000 new police officers, and it is known that these police officers are cadres. Some of them, they're just handing out uniforms, but some of them, they are cadres who have been hired under PF. So in normal circumstance, the Inspector General was supposed to move in and arrest ECZ officials and also arrest all the judges who are enabling an illegal candidate to be on the ballot paper. So this is what we are facing, guys. And Honorable Kafueta, if you see, go on his page, he said that the police should move in to arrest these suspects, and failure to the police to arrest the suspects, it should be the Zambia army should move in. If Zambia police won't act, then Zambia army should move in. But there have been talks to say we are only 3 months away from the election. Why don't we just go and vote? But the thing of just saying going to vote, that's another topic now. Because if they can manipulate a presidential affidavit, what else have they manipulated to ensure that they stay in power? That is the question now.
Yes, just there, madam. I think you are spot on. Can we have this screen removed? Zambian people, you must understand one thing here, which we are talking, which is very important. Iria form iria, that form, when you want to stand, as a president, we see Z, balapera form. Iria form iria, na ikwata utuma rules, na ikwata tuma clauses, utufuma constitution. Okay. No, but rather that iria form iria, the ECZ, they have tempered with that form. They have removed a clause. Okay. That clause, pari iria form affidavit, it is a form that makes a particular candidate meaning to swear that that person has not held office twice. So why they have removed that clause? It is to ensure that they do not compel or they do not allow President Edgar Lungu to swear before oath, to swear to the Zambian people that I, President Edgar Lungu, I swear that I have not held office twice. Now, the legal implication of that is that in an event that people try to sue or to petition President Edgar Lungu, they can get that affidavit and say, you swear that you did not hold office twice. But according to the laws, this is what is written. Okay, so they can find him with a case to answer on the very point that he swears that he didn't hold the office twice, when in actual fact He held office twice. Okay. So we tend to believe that the Electoral Commission of Zambia, they are not working with the Zambian people. They are working, they are being policed. They are working on gunpoint. They are working under the instruction of the Patriotic Front government. To start with, the same Electoral Commission of Zambia, they changed the voter registration, the voters roll, the voter registration, the calendar, and everything without consulting the Zambian people. They register, they tampered with it without consulting us. These same people, they changed the nomination fees without consulting the Zambian people. So it seems that Electoral Commission of Zambia is not interested to consult the Zambian people on what should be done. But we don't know who they are consulting. Okay. The other thing we are talking about is that the people who have abrogated the laws of this country must not think that we have forgotten about this constitutional, plunder, this constitutional, defilement that they have done. If God, God willing, courtesy of the people of Zambia, if we win as the United Party for National Development, we form power. These are cases where some people will be arrested on treason, like Madam, you have mentioned. These are treasonable cases. My appeal to the people who are, in the judiciary, who are in the police, who are the Electoral Commission of Zambia, don't think that we are forgetting this, abrogation of the law that you are doing with impunity. We have your names written. What will happen is that some of you are going to be faced with all manner of cases, all manner of treasonable charges, because you are creating a constitutional crisis. And this constitutional crisis that you are creating, I'll give you an example. If President Edgar Chagwarungu is going to stand in 2021 on the grounds that he never served the 2 terms, constitutionally, we are trying to say that the former president of Zambia, Dr. Rupiah Banda, it means that Dr. Rupiah Banda was never the president of this country, because we only served for 3 years. And according to the constitution which the PF government they're interpreting, they are saying that 3 years is not described as a term. So that is the reason why they are saying from 2015 to 2016, that was not a term for President Edgar Chagwarungu. But what about the term for Rupiah Banda? He only served for 3 years, and he is considered to have been one of the presidents who ruled Zambia, and that was a term. That is why he is described as a president, as a former president of this country. So, in short, this is a very critical issue, but we see that the agenda that John Sangwa is pursuing, it might not be successful, because the Constitutional Court has failed to interpret the law. They are referring us to the judgment of Danipure. Now, some of us who read the judgment of Danipure, the Constitutional Court never ruled that President Edgar Chagwarungu qualifies to stand. They only interpreted what a full term means. So that is the reason why those that were petitioning the Constitutional Court were petitioning, because they wanted the Constitutional Court to come out in the open clearly and to say President Edgar Chagwarungu qualifies or not. Yeah.
So just to add on to that, so this is exactly why the Constitution is in place, to protect citizens from rulers who don't want to give up power when the time comes. And that's why I said earlier, the Constitution is the highest law of the land. The Constitution is the umbrella, is the mother body. Everyone, the judges, the president, ECs, they must operate in reference to the Constitution. Now we are seeing that ECZ has manipulated the documents. The judges are ruling against the Constitution. All these are treasonable crimes which will be dealt with. It doesn't matter even if they manipulate everything and bounce back in office in August, but their time will come. There will be a reckoning when they'll be answerable. to these charges. Every judge who sat and ruled against the Constitution will be answerable. That is treason. They're enabling an unqualified candidate to run the office. So guys, this is the reality of the matter. We are having this discussion so that you are aware of things, even if they're doing things, and make it right. The fact that they approve it, it doesn't make it right. A wrong is a wrong. It doesn't matter, you can sugarcoat something, candy coat it, pink paper looking, you know. They can say a pig is a pig. You can't call that pig a horse. A spade is a spade. The truth is the truth. The truth remains that whatever they are doing, if they manage to have ECAO be on the ballot and manage to have and win the election, there will be a day of reckoning. Sooner or later, they have to pay. This is why the Constitution is there. Otherwise, there's no need to have laws. There's no need to have a Constitution. Somebody can just wake up and do whatever they want, appoint judges to rule in their favor, you know, pay ECZ to make decisions in their favor. Where is the democracy? This is what we are saying.
Yes, we need democracy. And the other thing that you Zambian people, we the Zambian people must realize is that it is not that we in the opposition are afraid of President Edgar Chagwarungu contesting the elections as the president on the patriotic front. We are not afraid of him. If anything, the way things are, we are going to meet him on the ballot. And should we stand, Zambian people are going to teach him a lesson. They are going to show him a lesson that he does not qualify to stand. Okay, his case is not peculiar. He is not a special case. The former president, FTJ Jacob Titus Chiruba. Okay, he was blocked from contesting for third term. Okay, why can't we also emulate the lawyers that were there at that particular time that decided to stand for the preservation of constitutionalism and democracy in this country? Okay. The amount of lawlessness that we are seeing in this country also worries us in terms of whether we are going to have free and fair elections. Because if we are going to have judges that are going to be compromised, if we are going to have the police that are going to be compromised, if we are going to have the ECZ that is failing to listen to the people, then we wonder how these elections, they are going to be free and fair. Because free and fair elections start with consultation. People must consult each other. The Electoral Commission of Zambia should not just wake up one day and do things and make pronouncements and say the affidavit form has been changed. That clause that makes people to swear whether they have held office twice has been removed, and they do not explain to us why that clause has been removed. One would expect that the Electoral Commission of Zambia, as we are talking right now, okay, they could have held the press briefing. They could have come out in the open to tell the Zambian people to say we removed that clause because we feel it is not necessary. But the way it is right now, the clause on the affidavit form, it is very important because it makes people who are contesting as presidents to come out in the open and swear before oath and tell the Zambian people that they have not held the office twice. Okay, but what is happening right now is that this man the adoption process has been wired for him. It was wired for him during the time of the convention where there was no one to challenge him. It has been wired for him by the Electoral Commission of Zambia. Now it has been wired for him by the Constitutional Court, who are failing to interpret to us what a tenure of office is. Okay, though they say that you cannot question the decision of the Constitutional Court, that is also dictatorial. That is also dictatorial in its way, because we, as the Zambian people, we are the one that wrote the Constitution. And when we see things going wrong, we must stand up as Zambian people and question the illegality that is happening. Okay, because what will happen in the August 12 elections? We are going to have a situation where the law will be abrogated with impunity. And when we question, they will say, no, the Constitutional Court has ruled. The Constitutional Court has declared. We don't want to live. Let me tell you, Madam Pumi, and the people of Zambia, Right now, we are living in a communist state. We are living in a country where you cannot question. And that makes us to go to the discussion of the next topic that we are looking at about the Zicta boss who was fired. Okay. This man was fired, and the Zambian people were not told why the Zicta director was fired and replaced with the director in charge of economics and finance. Okay. So we tend the PF government, the president leaves us with speculation to speculate that this man was fired because he refused to sign and to follow the dictates and the things that are happening, the things that are in there in the cyber security bill. Okay. We tend to believe that this man refused, okay, to abuse the cyber bill. He refused the control of social media and internet. He refused, okay, the PF government to have access to data. He refused the PF government, okay, to suppress the voices of the people using internet. And that's why the Zicta Director General was fired. Okay, these are my suspicions. Okay, that is not that is my suspicion, because that is what they have left us now to think. Okay, let them come out in the open and tell us what this man, the Zicta Director General, has done. Do they want to repress him with a surrogate who will be controlled, like the way they fired the Bank of Zambia governor and they repressed him with a governor who is failing to control the printing of money, who is failing to control the issue of inflation, who is failing to control them to borrow more money? Okay, that is what we are talking about. These are issues that we are raising. We want the PF government to give us answers. And the other issue that we are also bringing out is the issue of the adoption process. We are also bringing out the issue of the IG, which Madam Pumi is going to explain now. The issue of the IG, okay, the Inspector General of Police. I think you can take up from there, Madam Pumi.
Yes, thank you, my son. So before I go to the IG issue, I just want to respond to Maxwell Banda. Maxwell Banda has said that we are scared of Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. We are not scared of Edgar Chagwa Lungu. The problem is our people in the country are suffering. And we need change. We need to have a caring government who is going to put humanity first, who is going to make sure there's medicine in the hospitals, who is going to make sure we don't have load shedding. We are not fighting Mr. Edgar Lungu as a person, or we hate him. We don't hate him, we love him. But it's the policies that are making the Zambian people suffer. That's why we want the change, you know? I saw yesterday there was a fight between Muna Zulu and some other guy, and he promised the other guy to say, in a week, I'm going to buy a Land Cruiser worth $80,000 US. And for sure today, we saw someone posing in front of a Land Cruiser for $80,000. Meanwhile, this week there was an article of dialysis patients dying because they ran out of supplies for their dialysis treatment. This is what we are talking about. Why are we celebrating thieves or criminals? Where on earth can someone get $80,000 US and buy a Land Cruiser within a week? This is what we are talking about. It's misplaced priorities. Our people are dying in hospitals. And this is why we want the change. And this is why we are saying, why are we going to have the same president who has, he is not Mr. Lungu, but his entire government has caused so much pain and suffering to all the Zambians. Why should we give him another 5 years? PF have had 10 years. What more can they do for us in 5 years they haven't done in the 10 years? So the Maxwell, it's disappointing. Maxwell, Manda, it's disappointing, especially if you are a youth. I'm disappointed. Because for me, like I always say, I'm a grown woman, I have my career. I am fighting for you, my children, especially the youth, to have a better life. For you, my children and my grandchildren, to have a better life, because Zambia is a rich country and we are seeing people stealing money, robbing our resources, without shame. And that's why we want change, to put a caring government in place. So coming to the Inspector General, the Inspector General, since December, you know, we saw the killing of Nsamansama and Kaunda, and right there, that should have been a reason for instant dismissal. And a lot is happening in Zambia. The PF, you know, the PF cadres are attacking UPND day and night. At funerals, we can't wear regalia, and there is a failure to act by the Zambia police under Bakanganja. We are here to say, you know what, the termination or firing of Bakanganja is long overdue. We are not children for you to be telling these stories. I give you a month, 1 month warning. That is nonsense. I think he should be fired right away. Zambia is a democracy. Zambia is a democracy. Zambia belongs to us all. And if you go on the website for Zambia Police, there is a mission statement there for Zambia Police. It says, just from the top of my head, one of the mission statement of Zambia Police is to enforce the law in Zambia free, impartially, and fairly, and equally. They should not have prejudice. They should not have prejudice, the Zambia Police. But just last weekend, because so much is happening, last weekend we woke up to a whole battalion of police force at our youth opening of a youth center for UPND. Meanwhile, there at the PF Secretariat, they were, you know, there was war. It was almost like war. So again, it's like UPND, we are peaceful people. You don't see UPND fighting anywhere. Anywhere where there is UPND, there is a lot of love in the air. People are happy, they are dancing, we don't fight. So I don't think we need a whole battalion to prevent us from doing what we should be doing as a human right. It's a human right. Freedom of assembly is a human right. PF have taken away the freedom of assembly for UPND members, except their PF cadres. They can assemble anytime, they can attack funerals, they can fight on their own, you know. And the other thing which brings me back now to why we cannot trust PF, because PF, they deny their own people. So any PF person who does anything bad and is going to make them look bad in a country or in the worldwide globe, they deny that person.
Yes, so because what is happening now is that, yes, what is happening is this person, Innocent Karimanshi. Okay, Innocent Karimanshi has been denied by the Patriotic Front government. How can they come here and claim that they don't know him and that he is no longer their member when President Edgar Chagwa was assisted by Innocent Karimanshi at the PF convention in Kabwe? Okay. Now they are saying they don't know him, who is no longer their member. And now they arrest this same guy who was attacked. We saw it. The videos were there. Images are there. His vehicle is smashed. He was attacked. But the same person is the one that has been thrown in custody and accused him of criminal trespassing. If you are a member of the Patriotic Front government, how can you trespass going at your secretariat? You can continue.
Yes, yes. So I just want to remind everyone, like, you know what, this is a big election. It's a big election and all eyes in the whole world are on Zambia. So whatever is happening, everybody, all the people in the world, they have their eyes on Zambia. And why? Because Zambia is a major player in the world economy, because we are a major producer of the precious stones like copper, cobalt, you know, nickel. Every gadget now needs cobalt. Every house, every electronic gadget needs copper. We are moving into electronic vehicles. All these electronic vehicles, they need cobalt and nickel. So Zambia, we are a source of these precious minerals. So this thing that is happening in Zambia, all eyes are on Zambia. And I just want to tell you to say, if you're watching this show, or if you see anything interesting, put a hashtag. I think this is just my suggestion, like we should use one hashtag which every UPND member can see. Like if we use one hashtag, then all of us can see it. Like right now we have a lot of hashtags going on. So I'm just recommending to everyone that we can use one hashtag which can be a global use, so that all Zambians, wherever they are, and everyone who's interested in Zambian politics can see, you know. I'm saying this because we have been blocked UPND has been blocked from the Zambian media, such as ZNBC, Daily Mail, or all those government-funded media companies. We have been blocked. So we are only relying on our own efforts, such as Facebook or whatever different kinds of platforms people have to communicate information. So I'm appealing, like Honorable Matomola, if you talk to the Secretariat people, let's adopt. We only have 3 months now until voting day. So let's adopt a hashtag which everyone in UPND, if they post an article, let them put that hashtag so we can all see that article and share the information. So that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, so Zambia is a hotspot right now. This news is going global. There are a lot of interested parties watching, because Zambia, we have a potential. There are a lot of people who have money out there and just waiting for the government to change. When the government is stable, they'll come in and invest. But right now, because of the behavior of the Inspector General and the cadarism, people are withholding. They are withholding their investments, and they are just waiting, they are watching. So this thing that's happening, guys, if anything happens, go on social media and let's find a hashtag that we can use, so that when someone uses that hashtag, all of us UPND, we can see that information and we can share. And I want to remind everyone, like, why we are here is to share information. Use this information we are discussing here to discuss with your families, in your groups. There are a lot of people who are not on Facebook, but you can, take this information, interpret it in your own words, in your local languages, and use it as campaign. So this is what we are saying. So the Inspector General, they have actually denied Innocent Kalimanshi. They have abandoned him. What does this tell us? We saw Mumbi Piri coming on live to deny Kalimanshi. For me, seeing Mumbi Piri denying Kalimanshi, she did come there on her own. She received orders to do that. Somebody ordered her to come live and say and abandon Kalimanshi. So what I can just say is that, one, PF is a party. We cannot trust PF because they abandoned their own people. Somebody who fought for them. Now, because they have the internal squabble, there was a fight, they have abandoned him. He's a victim, he's arrested, he's now in jail. PF cannot be held accountability. That's why they have abandoned Kalimanshi. They don't want to be accountable for anything. But the fact is, we are not stupid. How can you take umwana obe munganda wa mukana, umwana obe ayayiba pali baneba, bamwikata, atite mwana wandi? Really? Mwana obe, nangulanga te mwana obe, mwana obe. So they're just putting up that show for the international community,
Yes.
This shows they're doing is to show the international community that we are not them, but that's why we are here now, to expose their crookedness.
Yes, and the way it is. For the first time, I want to agree with Chirofia Tayari, who came out in the open yesterday to bring out important facts about Kalimanshi. And he says, who sponsors Kalimanshi? Who bought him that armored vehicle? Who, gives him the amount of money that he has to buy expensive dogs? Okay, whose food costs thousands? Okay, go to his house, you find almost 10 maids. Okay, this guy, He's swimming in money. He moves with vehicles that do not have number plates.
And he doesn't
He
have
continues.
a career. What is his career?
Yes.
What is
He
his
doesn't have a career. What job? Where does he work? Can he show us his pay slip? Okay. This guy has a lot of money. These are questions that Tayari was asking. And this guy continues to say my allegiance and my support is with President Edgar Chagwarungu. In PF, he doesn't respect anybody. He insults the ministers, he insults the IG, he insults anybody, but he only respects one person, and that person is President Edgar Chagwarungu. And that is the reason why Karimanshi asked a question to say, what relationship does Karimanshi have with the president? Let the president come out in the open and tell us the relationship that he has with Karimanshi. Because we know that for President Edgar Chagwarungu to be where he is there, people like Karimanshi, they fought battles at the Munungushi local authority in Kabwe, when there was a battle between him and the Mausamp and the Guy Scott faction, where Karimanshi, okay, he was one of those thugs that were used to repel or to chase out the Guy Scott, the lots of people like Guy Scott and Mausamp from the conference there, okay, to pave way for Edgar Chagwarungu to be the adopted, to be the candidate in the patriotic front. Okay, this is a man that his images have gone viral of him wearing original military regalia. A few months ago, UPND, alleged UPND youths, they are not even probably UPND youths, they were arrested for 20, they were convicted, sent to prison for 20 years for wearing military regalia. But this guy has been wearing military regalia through and through. Okay, he is a PF member. Don't deny him because the public now has seen him to be a public nuisance, to be a criminal, to be a thug. Okay, come out in the open and say he's our member. Do not write press statements and say he's not our member. Since when did Karimanshi cease to be your member? Okay, so these are issues that we are bringing out. So thank you so much for those that have been following this program. We are running out of time. I'm going to give Madam Pumi to summarize at 21:30. We summarize. It has been nice. It has been exciting. So what you do is just share this broadcast so that a lot of people, even those that do not follow the program, should follow the program. Okay, those that are on YouTube, it's going to be posted on YouTube on Queen Pumi. Okay, so that you can follow it there and we see how we can move. Please share and comment below. If you guys, you care for us, if you love us, you are going to share this broadcast. I'm seeing you guys. Some of you there, you have been very supportive. Some of you hate me. But I know you start loving me now because I'm a good boy now. If you can put me there, thank you so much. You share this broadcast. We love you guys so much. Okay, I'll be giving out gifts for people who will be commenting so much. Commenting, we'll be giving out gifts for you. So your concluding remarks in 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you, my son. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for following Honorable Motomola's page. We ask you, we are almost 100,000 followers. So if you ask a friend, we'll go to 200,000. So the thing is, we want you to follow this page because this will be, we'll be here until August 12, and we are going to be sharing information as we prepare for the general election. Even on the actual election date, we will be live 24/7. But in closing, I just want to invite Commander Innocent Karimanshi. You are welcome in UPND. Come and join us. We are, they have denied you. So my son, you are innocent. Come to UPND. I'm offering you an open invitation. Bring all your cadres. Forward, Karimanshi. Come join us. Someone tag him. Forward, join us. You are Commander. We are waiting for you. Never mikana. So don't go back to the vomit. Forward. Good night, guys. Love you so much. See you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my son.
Yeah, the
Bye.